Yo, so let me ask you a question though. Ready? Freaky Friday, right? It's just Freaky Friday, and you know, you ever watched the movie Freaky Friday when they switch the bodies, right?
Yeah.
So,
Jamie Lee Curtis looked good.
Yeah, dude. So whatever. So Freaky Friday happens. Freaky Friday happens, right? And then your girl and your mom switch bodies. So your girl's mind and thought process is in your mom, pause, and the vice versa.
Yeah, I've heard this fucking
Right?
question.
The only way you can switch them back is if you have sex with your girlfriend. Would you have sex with your girlfriend's body or sex with your girlfriend's mind? Which one would you choose? Because if you have sex with your girlfriend's body, it's your mom's mind.
I understand.
I understand the dilemma.
I've heard this situation
You've
many
heard?
times.
Have you ever thought about it?
I understand the dilemma, and I guess they're probably just going to have to stay that way for the rest of their life.
You know what's a better question?
What?
Do you believe Helen Keller really existed? Think about this. So we know who Helen Keller was, right?
Of course.
She was both blind and deaf.
Yes.
In like the early 1900s, maybe? Like a long time ago. She was born in 1880, sorry. So at a time where it wasn't really easy. Being blind or deaf, right?
Yeah, definitely not.
She wrote 12 books and like became very literate, very smart.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that's like,
That's fraud.
I don't know.
That's a fraud right there.
Didn't she
Huh?
have? She had
That's
like
fraud.
she had a teacher. Wasn't there like a? We
But
had to read about this.
But
in
how
school.
do you, like, I know that there's Braille, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Didn't they
But how do you-
come up with Braille?
But
Wasn't
how
that
do you
they came
how
up
do
with
you
Braille?
teach Braille
If
without
you're-
being able to teach?
to learn
you
Braille.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm calling.
Yeah,
I'm
nah,
calling cap.
That's cap right there. That's cap. Just like Stevie Wonder is not blind. That's what they say. They say
No. He's definitely
They
blind.
say they caught him a few times.
He was staring at ass, right?
What?
He was staring at some
Some
ass.
shit like,
he
yeah.
was staring at ass. Yo, no matter you can claim you're blind. Once some ass comes through.
Well, so long story short, you'd fuck your girlfriend in your mom's body, right? So you said you do.
Welcome to episode 60 of But I Know the DJ, the original New England podcast discussing all things DJing, music, nightlife, business, and pop culture. The unheard, unfiltered opinions of host Snacks.
Give me snacks, baby.
AKA the short Jason Tatum, DJ's Fingers, and CAMMMY V.
DJ CAMMMY V.
Can I ask you a
Welcome
question?
back,
Where the
boys.
fuck do you come up with these? Do you like think about it like before the podcast, or do you like it just comes to your mind?
Some is just what the streets call me.
The streets have called you the short Jason Tatum.
I did hear that one time.
Yes.
Yeah, especially the facial hair.
Definitely not the tall Jason Tatum.
Does the stats, match that?
It depends, what if we're doing like soft stats or hard stats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we want the hard ones. We want the hard ones.
All I know is Jason Tatum's hot and I'm hot right now.
Oh,
that's
shit.
all I know.
Ooh, that's
City
what's up,
bullshit.
baby.
That's that city bullshit.
What's going on?
Are we freestyling?
So
drop a beat.
Also, if we don't have video,
We're just doing audio. Yeah. Okay. CAMMMY V, hit that. Ready? Okay.
Wait till you see my dick. Wait till you see my dick.
Hey, do you know, mama, let me whisper. Yeah.
Hey.
Tell you something that you might like to hear. Got a sexy ass body and your ass looks so mind if I touch it, you see it get so I want to say it today I can. And I want to be real nasty, man. And I see you don't mind, don't keep being. Don't mind asking for hair. Oh, no, the edit man, you start getting hair. You like to call, keep bringing that freaky stuff. Going and start banting, you just get rough. Switch the position and bring it down to business so you can see who's true and missing. You might have some, but you might have had none like this. Just wait, yeah. Hey, bitch, wait till you see my wait till you see my wait till you see my I'ma beat that pussy up. Hey, bitch. I said, damn. Eat the cookie up, bitch. Eat the cookie up, eat the cookie up. Eat the cookie up, eat the cookie up. Fucking edited version used to suck.
wow. Are we back yet?
That was an audio experience that you'll never, ever experience again in your motherfucking life.
That was incredible. Great job, guys.
You really know all the words.
Yeah,
Dude,
bro.
I was blown away.
I know most of the words, but you know all the words.
I was outside.
Yeah, you were outside for
I was
that.
outside. Yeah.
Anyway, but a lot to talk about. A lot has happened over the last couple of weeks. Just in American pop culture, that I would love to touch on. But before that, I do want to, just check in. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's gigs been? What's everyone been up to?
It's been a long fucking week.
I'm exhausted.
I just feel like everything has been jam packed. But crazy gigs. I know you guys had a crazy one on Thursday, and you guys came to check me out at Tunnel, which is dope.
Yeah, so all the boys were outside moving. It was a packed Thursday. As you mentioned, CAMMMY V and I had an amazing show with Sean Kingston.
Big gig. Big gig, bro. Big stage, Royale.
Yeah, at Royale. Fucking mad. I don't know how many kids were there. Maybe 700, maybe something like that.
At least
it was a lot of fucking kids. And
it was a full room. No booths or anything either. So they were literally right up to the stage.
Yeah. They cleared everything out, and we had direct support set. CAMMMY, I would love for you to talk about it. It was your first time playing at Royale, right?
First time playing at Royale, bro, and leading up to it, obviously, I get a little performance anxiety every time it's a new room.
That's healthy. It's healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. But so I went out there a little bit early before we were supposed to go on, and I saw the crowd, and I'm like getting hyped up, getting the energy, and as soon as I'm up there, I'm like, I feel like I'm at home. I don't know if you guys feel the same. Once you get behind the decks, I'm just I'm doing my thing.
You're good.
We're a Touch Everything type set. We're representing Slack University as two of their main DJs, and with that crowd, we've done that age group and crowd so many times that we just knew what to do and what worked, and we did was basically 15-minute rotating sets, just back and forth. But unfortunately, we got cut short. The last 15-minute set got cut. We were supposed to have an hour-long set. We ended up only doing 45 minutes. And unfortunately, they cut my boy CAMMMY set.
Damn.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? Tell us exactly what happened. It was a little fuck. I wasn't happy about it.
Yeah, for sure. So basically, Snacks came on, did the opening set. I did 15. Snacks was doing his 15, and I'm getting ready to... Literally, I'm just about to play my first song for the last 15. And Sean's DJ came on stage. He was like, all right, bro, can you move your stuff? I'm like, why, bro? We still got another 15 minutes here. I'm about to play a song right now. Yeah. He's like, no. Sean's ready to go. He wants to play in 2 minutes, so I need to plug in and go. So obviously at that point, it's all right, you're on a massive stage with 800 fucking people in front of you.
I'm actively playing at this point. So and I remember just keep glancing over at them because I saw they were talking. I'm like, what could they possibly be talking about? Yeah. Right. And then once I saw CAMMMY's face, I was like, oh, something's happening. And then he was like, yo, they're trying to kick us off. And I'm like, what? And I just go, yo, what the fuck? And he's like, no, Sean's ready right now. And I'm like, man, this is fucking whack. So,
rooms jumping too,
bro. The place is going fucking nuts.
Energy so high.
But I was mostly more upset for CAMMMY because this was his first time playing there. Big room, big gig, and they were cutting his shit short. You know what I mean?
Do you think it's because you guys got the crowd so hype and maybe he got excited?
I don't know.
To hop on? I've never really heard of that.
It's tough to say.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know if he was if he literally just got there and was like, all right, let me hop on stage and he was trying to get in, get out type deal.
Yeah.
Or if he was already there for our set. I honestly don't know. But it's definitely both are possible.
Yeah. And the thing that annoyed me the most about this, the guy was nice, but earlier that day he followed me on Instagram, DM'd me, and was asking for my phone number, and I was like, he has a question about what's going on or whatever. So he calls me, and he's like, yo, what's the gear? And I'm like, oh, we requested an S9 and CDJs, and he was like, oh shit, I've never played on CDJs before, and I'm like, bro, how are you? And he's definitely older than me. I was just like, bro, how do you get put on when you don't know basic shit? And I was going through Instagram, he seemed like a radio guy, and I'm like, but the fact is he's doing shows with Sean Kingston. He's doing big shows. Yeah. And I'm like, clearly you're not that experienced. I'm just so confused. Where do they find these guys?
How is this the first time that you would be using CDJs?
Yeah. He's like, can I bring a controller? I'm like, nah. And I'm just like, bro, you'll figure it out. Whatever. So fast forward to when it's actually all this shit's happening. And he's trying to get on and whatever, and I tell Kim, I'm like, yo, take your laptop stand. I'm annoyed at this point because I'm like, yo, you're fucking with my man's shit. I'm like, take your laptop stand. I'm trying to finish. I have to cross him over before I can stop. Yeah. But I'm already putting my charger away, my headphones away, and he plugs in, and he was gonna play 4 or 5 records before Sean really got on. So he's trying to load up his record, and I'm starting to put my shit away.
We're packing up because we got to get off. We're getting also kicked off stage by
so I'm like, fuck this dude. I'm like, fuck this dude. And he
was kicking you, rushing you guys off the stage?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, they were rushing us off the stage. And I was just like, bro, fuck this shit. So he was like, how do I turn my so it's on me? Because he's not used to an S9. And I'm like, that knob over there. And he's like, well, he figures it out. I'm like, go play your song so I can get the fuck out of here. Plays his first song. Yo, you ready for Sean Kingston? Whatever. I get off. I start putting my shit away. Take my laptop stand out because I know he was going to try and ask for one. I think did he ask you for your laptop stand? No? Did I make that up?
No, he definitely did.
Yeah, he did. And I was like, don't give it to him.
Yeah, I was like, I just packed my shit up.
Yeah, I was like, don't give it to him.
Bro, I got to go.
And I tell him because he was able to pack up before me. I go, bro, get the fuck out of here.
What the fuck?
And so I'm packing my shit up as fast as possible. And he starts freaking out. He starts trying to talk to Ross. And Ross like puts it to me. And I go, what? And he goes, how do I change the tempo? He's like, I can't change the tempo. Because for those who know, on a CDJ setup, the song has to be playing for you to adjust the tempo. But on a controller, it doesn't.
It doesn't. Yeah.
So it just shows that he really hasn't used this shit before. And I go, I press play, and then I start doing. I go, it has to be playing. And I look him dead in the eye. I go, it has to be playing. and he goes, oh, okay, thank you. And I'm just like, yeah. And I just take my shit and leave.
We just walk off.
And we just walk off. And I'm like, trying to check on him. I'm like, you good? He's like, yeah, whatever. And then Sean comes out, does an amazing show. He does. I mean, you can't deny timeless, legendary records.
Bro.
Place went crazy.
I'm just dumbfounded that they try to rush you guys off stage. Like, you have to be like off the stage, bro. Like you're.
Yeah, and cutting our shit early. It would have been different if we would went over.
Yeah,
it would have been way different.
Yeah,
they were most definitely rushing us off, and like even the security, like I think it was his personal security. It wasn't Royale security. They weren't so kind about it to any of like our crew either. Yeah, they're basically like get the fuck off.
Nobody's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
but it was an awesome time, an amazing experience. We shut that shit down,
bro. We threw down a crazy set.
Bro, it was fucking nuts. But yeah, I mean, it was an awesome experience. Shout out Sean Kingston and those who got us involved, Royale. You know what I'm saying? Let us do our thing, and then we pulled up on you.
Yeah.
Because we were done. We were like the second his set ends, like we out of here because we wanted to check it out.
Fibras, man. Shout out to Rico Suave and Castaneda. Me and Rico they were doing Raul Alejandro versus Fade night.
Is that what that was?
That's what that was. So
I saw the flyer. I didn't understand. That's sick.
That's what it was. So, man, it was a pretty, dope night. Then I seen you guys walk in, and I know you guys had a pretty amazing night. I'm like, cool, I'm pumped.
Yeah.
So, like I said,
the vibes were high. The vibes were definitely really high.
Yeah, man. So I just went all the way. But like I said, like I touched on earlier, when I do a great set, like it's I don't remember the set after.
Yeah.
If I fuck up, that shit's vivid in my mind. Like I know, you know what I'm saying. So like it's to a point where I don't remember what I played. I can kind of just float. But it was fucking, it was dope, man.
So we have this new segment. That,
hold on 1 second.
No. That Fingers has no idea what it's called. It's called Let's Rate Fingers' DJ Set.
Oh my god.
DJ CAMMMY V.
CAMMMY V, we were there. What do you think? What do you think of Fingers' set?
I gotta let the people know right now. I gotta put Fingers on blast right now.
Not too much on Fingers now, okay? Not too much on Fingers.
I gotta put him on blast right now.
All right,
bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. That was probably one of the most clean and honestly, dead ass, bro. It was like one of the best reggaeton, Latin, and dance hall sets I've heard in a very, very long time, bro. Put some respect. Hey,
why'd you get nervous?
You were nervous.
He's been telling me that, because I take this serious,
bro. You had me fucking mind blown multiple points during the night. Everybody was vibing, bro. The energy couldn't have been any higher. And there was only one place to go for us after our gig, and I was
like, thanks, guys,
bro. Great job,
man.
Great job.
Yeah,
awesome,
man. Clearly, you guys have fucked recently because this is energy. It's very palpable. But yeah, I had a great time. I was doing, my thing.
He was in there double fisted up the whole fucking night. I
was catching my vibe. I was celebrating. We're celebrating the Sean Kingston gig. You know what I'm saying? The homies were there. But yeah, great job.
Thank you.
I love that we scared you.
I was just like, damn, what the fuck they gonna? They might have to come at them hard back. I was even trying to go through my shit. I went through my list. I'm like, yo, hold on, what did I fuck up?
And I know that you were like, you know what? I'm gonna start talking shit back. I'm sure you got a whole list of shit.
I did.
Fuck Snacks, fuck CAMMMY. Y'all ain't shit.
I was gonna pull up all the times you fucked up. Remember that venue when I said that number one? Yeah,
I forgot what I did. But
I was gonna bring that up. It was minor, but thank you guys, man.
Of course, man.
Yo, just that I'm very comfortable in that realm.
Yeah,
of music and in that night too, to be able to play everything and like going through it seamlessly. Like I don't really like to do like sets where I'm doing like 15 minutes of reggaeton, then I go to reggae. I kind of like to intertwine like two sets, like two songs, whatever I feel at the moment. That's in my on my playlist, and a lot of that night I kind of just flowed off my crates. Like I didn't really play nothing,
Bro.
So it was a good night. Even when I went up to up tempo shit, like that's what was probably one of my favorite parts,
bro,
of the night.
So good, and like even like your personal redrums and shit like that, bro. Just seamless. It was very, very good.
Thank you, man.
And do want to shift gears. Again, like I mentioned earlier in the beginning of the show, a lot has been going on musically in the music world, pop culture world. Most recently, the Super Bowl. Not so much who played. We don't care. The Patriots weren't there. But weird game. But great Rihanna concert with some football around it, huh?
Yeah, it definitely was. The more people tuned in for Rihanna,
Yep.
I think it was 18 mil to like 10
is that
mil,
official
something like
stat?
that.
Yeah. It was like 18 mil for hers and 13, I think, for this
Wow.
actual game.
Yeah.
That's, and so
And the game was also crazy, by the way. It was a good game, but the
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes can. Never mind.
We can go on. There's some things about it, but that was. There's a lot of people like saying it was lackluster and shit like that. Well, what do you guys? What's your opinion on the whole thing?
Wait, on the Super Bowl or on the performance?
On the performance.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Am I going first?
Yeah, go for it, bro.
It was mid. It was very mid, and people can be upset about it. I know the Rihanna stands, whatever. But as far as Super Bowl performances, this shit was hella mid. Why? Right? Songs were incredible.
Yeah, of course.
She really has mad fucking records. Like I remember, like every song switch, I was like, "Holy fuck, this woman has records." But the fact of the matter is, when we think about the last 10 Super Bowl halftime shows, the things that they did, we think about the Shakira J-Lo one. They bring out Bad Bunny and J Balvin, do this whole fucking Latin energy, super unique. Bruno Mars brings out the Red Hot Chili Peppers. He played like 3 instruments that night, dancing, singing his heart out. Like, it was an amazing show. Yeah. So comparatively speaking, I'm not saying it was bad. I'm saying comparatively speaking, as what we expect from a Super Bowl halftime show performance, she was mad mid. Now, when I'm saying that to people, oh my God, she was pregnant. Oh my God, she was fucking pregnant. That's not the fucking point. If she was pregnant and didn't think that she could really live up to what the show's potential should be, I don't think she should have done it. That's 1. 2, Beyonce was pregnant. 3,
she was more pregnant than Beyonce.
Yeah, Rihanna's about to have a kid like
She's about
this
to
month.
pop. She was in there. I
I don't give a fuck.
She doesn't do one. Maybe because she announced this last year. Maybe she didn't know she was going to get pregnant and didn't want to retract.
The point is, let's say she was pregnant, right? She also didn't bring anyone out. Like, there are ways to compensate for these things. If you know that, hey, listen, my dancing chops aren't going to be living up to what it should be and what I can do and blah 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 blah. It's pretty normal that people brought people out during the halftime show. Yeah, she could have brought Rocky out. She could have done
Rocky. She didn't bring out Rocky.
Can you let me fucking finish?
But Rocky,
she could have. She
I
also
thought you said like Jay-Z.
Shut the fuck up! This is my turn. Jesus. What she's done in the past at the VMA, the Caribbean Dance Hall medley would have been incredible. She could have brought out a Beanie Man, something like that, where it turned in similar to, like I said, the Jennifer Lopez, Shakira thing made it super Latin. She could have made it super Caribbean, and now we would have been talking about this completely different. She brought the Caribbean to the Super Bowl. That would have been incredible, right? She could have done a lot of things that she didn't do. Therefore, I think
I only hear you saying she should have brought somebody out. That's the only thing I hear you say.
She had amazing records. But the show was her singing with 100 dancers around.
Yeah, but historically, you didn't talk about the set, the staging. You didn't talk about the floating shit. That's a new one. That hasn't been done before. But historically, Rihanna has not been a super hype. She's kind of been like, somebody said, like, which I thought it was a great comparison. She's kind of been like the Jay-Z of pop artists. So when she's really chill, she's never really done crazy acrobatic shit. It's my turn. Let me talk. Okay. See how that works? Okay. He did it. Okay. So, like, anyways.
Oh, God.
The white guys in the back are like, this is it.
Turn my mic off. Turn my mic off.
So basically, like, even you saw her via the MTV Awards when they did her whole thing. Even then, she was still just whining. She wasn't really doing nothing crazy.
Right.
Nothing doing acrobatics. Stop comparing her to Beyonce. She's not Beyonce. All right, listen. For what it's worth, we haven't seen Rihanna in a while. That's as big as within itself. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I was enjoying it for that. I'm like, yo, it was
Same.
good to see her on stage. She was singing well. You know what I'm saying? She was hitting her notes more like her vocal performance was better than usual.
Flawless.
She sounded good.
Flawless.
Okay.
Flawless.
So that's where I'm like, you know, I'm gonna take it as it is, and then being pregnant and getting up there and doing that and being fucking 50 feet up in the fucking air. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? Give it to her. Like, you want her to come out and start doing flips and shit.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was a really good show. I thought the set list was amazing. I thought it was perfect for the demographic of people that also watches the Super Bowl. And also, she also hit her other records and stuff for like you know, like the dance hall type stuff. But also to your point where you said, oh, she probably, you know, in your opinion, you thought she probably should have canceled if she couldn't perform.
I'm not definitively saying that.
You could argue. I get what your point is, but dude, so I was reading yesterday that people who perform the Super Bowl don't get paid, right?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that as well.
But that being said, I don't know if you guys saw after her performance, her streaming numbers shot up by like 280%.
It's a marketing thing. It's a
I
marketing
mean, we were
play.
saying this since the Super Bowl. I've been playing more Rihanna records since.
Right, but I'm saying like that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
to get left on the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, if any, I don't understand why like too many people are complaining about it.
I mean,
I thought it was a really
the worst
really good
takeaway from
performance.
this is what everyone that was not paying attention to is. All right, it was basically we're not getting Rihanna music for the next 5 years. We're not going to. She didn't play one new song.
Yeah.
She didn't preview nothing new. She's just fucking pregnant again.
I used to Rocky shooting that club up.
Yes, he is, as he fucking should. And you guys are fucked up because they're shitting on him on the cover because he's holding the baby and she's fucking.
It's 2023. It's 2023,
Come
baby.
on, dude.
Come on now.
Come
Shout
on,
out my
dude.
queens out here. Stop playing with me.
But that's my biggest takeaway from that is like I don't like. Yeah, you do your thing, whatever. That's fine. But we're not gonna get no Rihanna music anytime soon. I think for the next 5 years.
I said this once, and you know Rihanna stands crazy. I don't see Rihanna as like I don't see her legacy as so much of a musical artist anymore. I think she's so much bigger than that now. She's a the business, the beauty, the lingerie. Like she hasn't. When Anti was the last album she dropped, right?
Yeah.
How long ago?
2016.
Was that? 2016.
and fucking certified classic.
So what is
Yeah, it
she?
is.
And what has she done since then? Right? She's done
Just
so much.
offensive shit.
So I'm saying as her legacy continues to grow and move with her not doing music.
Yeah.
I'm like this as it stands right now. I see her more as a, cultural entrepreneur, changing the game, changing fashion, changing.
I get that. So stop with the
more
fucking hints and the fucking, I'm working on this type of album. I'm working on that, or doing the fucking Fenty little like show she does, and she's performing and singing and dancing. You're giving us fucking hope. Cut that shit out. Cut that shit out.
Wait,
The same could be said also for like Travis Scott, for example, right? He hasn't. Last album was Astroworld 2018,
2019. something
He
like that.
has billboards up saying "Where's Utopia?"
No, but he.
I'm referring to like transferring more into like the business side because he's got the shoe deal now. He's
still doing features though.
He's doing features.
He was just on Metro shit.
Yeah.
He was just on.
And like Rihanna's dropped like singles, but not like any projects.
Yeah.
What was the last single she dropped?
The Black Panther
slow
joint.
joint.
Lift Me Up.
Yeah, Lift Me Up. Yep.
That happened on the heels of post fucking Super Bowl.
Yep.
So that was promoting that. Of course, we're gonna line that shit up. You know what I'm saying? So like when that coming out, and then the whole talk of her album and shit coming out, whatever, she working on her dance hall type shit. That's just not coming out anytime soon. So I'm at the point where I'm just like, yo, I'm just not gonna wait for it anymore.
Yeah,
I'm not
just
waiting any
accepting
longer.
it.
That's fair.
I'm just accepting it. It is what it is. But like,
I think I also want to touch on two things. One, I think the medleys of like her songs were fucking great.
yeah.
If we look at, and I kind of did some research too, if you look at the past Super Bowls outside of the last 10 years, like you had like mostly rock artists and stuff like that and bands performing, their track lists were 4 songs.
Yeah.
She did like 12 to 15.
Yeah. She was ripping.
She did 15 songs.
a
was the
lot of
actual
like
number.
mashup, a lot of like mashup stuff.
So she did a 15 song medley of like all of her hits.
yeah.
And she still and that's probably the amount of time that she
Yeah,
had.
Bruno
and she
Mars
still
did
left
like
songs off.
4 songs. Yeah.
Oh, Bruno Mars.
He did more than 4 songs, but I'm saying like outside of that 10-year window, like dude, those artists literally were playing like 3 to 4 songs tops.
Yeah, I mean,
Bruno Mars sang one song for more than 2 minutes. I think more than 3 minutes. I think it was the second song he did.
Yeah, his whole performance was like 15 minutes.
Which was dope because it was theatrical and shit like that. But like, that was pretty dope that went down. But you know, we know that Rock Nation is involved with the NFL now, and they're in charge of all that shit now. The halftime shows have been a lot of urban and R&B,
which was took long enough.
So it was only a matter of time.
I remember when I was a kid watching like the fucking Patriots. It's fucking like Tom Petty. And shit.
I think the next one's gonna be definitely for the whites. The next one has to be for the whites.
I don't know. I think it's trending in the right direction. To be honest with you,
like a Taylor Swift or something.
Yes,
I would fucking hate that.
I think it would be a Taylor Swift. I think that would definitely be the one.
I will say that
would suck.
The second thing I did want to touch on, which kind of relates back to us, is like DJs. It's so interesting how like pop culture events in life can kind of impact our jobs.
Yeah.
Ever since Rihanna's Super Bowl halftime show, how crazy have her records been hitting
insane.
At our gigs?
Yeah.
Bro, people are dying for it, and even the Buy Funk.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Like, I played that this past weekend, and people like knew what it was, and we were like, "Oh, like this is the Super Bowl."
The Rude Boy edit that she did during the Super Bowl.
Yeah. No, 100%. Well, I mean, because I kind of feel like I was like shitting on her. I wasn't shitting on her.
You were apologize to the Navy. And then apologize to me for yelling at me.
No. So
fucking sad.
No,
I fucking hate
because again, what the question was her Super Bowl performance, right? Comparatively speaking. So
stop compare. Don't compare.
No, we will compare.
Stop comparing.
What's the point of this fucking podcast? We're not going to talk about shit.
Because then I see people comparing the Michael Jackson one to the Beyonce one. If Michael Jackson at that time, those theatrical shit that he was doing at that time, it wasn't heard of. Like, you know what I'm saying? What he was doing. Of course now.
So let's just compare the last 10.
So I think it's by. So of course now
I got the list right here.
The pyrotechnics and everything is fucking. It's different now, so it's gonna look better. You can't compare something that happened a few decades ago to something that happened.
Let's just do the last 10. Let's just do the last 10.
Okay, so Rihanna, obviously, the one last year's was Dre, Snoop, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar. Before that was The Weeknd. Before that was Shakira, J-Lo. Before that was Maroon 5.
Hold on. Before we move fucking forward, the Eminem, the Dre one.
Yeah.
That wasn't that fucking crazy. They weren't doing no backflips in anything on a fucking stage.
Fuck you mad at me for?
You can't. I think. How do you feel about that one?
I think the highlight was 50 Cent hanging upside down.
I thought it was cool, but I don't think it was the best one.
Do you think that was better than Rihanna's?
I think
because it was just different artists.
Well, I think what it had going for it was the unpredictability of it. I didn't know who was coming next. I didn't know what songs they were going to do. I thought it was cool, but at the end of the day, you have rappers rapping and not like, none of them were like dancing or like, like the ones that, I know we're going to go through it. Like again, like I mentioned the Bruno Mars one, I think was, I think his is number one for me of last 10 years.
Oh my God.
I think
when he was doing the splits and shit.
Bro, he was
drums.
He's dancing like James Brown.
Yeah,
he's
man.
playing
He's
playing instruments, he's singing, he's doing this and that.
I watched that over mad
Bro,
time.
me
He's
too.
a one in a generation talent.
So again, comparatively speaking, right? That's why I'm like, when I watch, I remember when Rihanna set ended, the entire room of where I was, everyone goes, "That's it."
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Please finish off the
sure.
list, please.
I also do want to bring it back to the Dr. Dre one too. It's like you had like 6 artists go and they only touched like 11 songs was their set list.
Oh wow.
Rihanna did 15.
Yeah.
All by herself, all her classics. You know what I mean? So I think that should be noted.
Ungrateful motherfuckers.
Before Shakira and J-Lo, and also Bad Bunny was on that, and J Balvin.
See what I'm saying?
Maroon 5.
Cheat code.
And it says, Travis Scott, Big Boy.
Yeah. That was the one that was in Houston.
Yeah.
And I think.
Yeah.
Or some shit like that. And
yeah, it was the Patriots one.
And they came in and did like one song each. It was kind of stupid.
Okay. Before that, Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
The Return. Before that, Lady Gaga. Before that, Coldplay. Before that, Katy Perry with the fucking Sharks.
Yeah, that's right. Right.
Bruno Mars. And Beyonce. So it was the last 10.
I like Beyonce's too. Her shit was
her shit was incredible. Well, that's what I'm saying.
I think in the last
you think
10
I can't
years,
I can't compare that Beyonce one to this Rihanna one? Why not? Why not?
I'm going to say in the last 10 years, it was definitely in the top 5, and I think it was probably the 4th best.
Rihanna?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Strong agree.
It would definitely be for me Beyonce, Bruno Mars, the Coldplay one was cool. It was just like
The Coldplay one, they also brought out Beyonce brought out Chris Martin and Bruno in hers.
Bruno and hers.
No. Coldplay brought out
Beyonce and Bruno. That's okay. I knew
Mark
it was
Ronson.
Yeah. So I'm like, again, like the guests like are cheat codes. These are cheat codes,
They're
bro.
cheat codes.
Like,
So that's why I kind of give it up to Rihanna that she was brave enough, because she could have brought out, Kanye wasn't coming out, but she could have brought out a Jay-Z. Jay-Z, like, yo, come out, bro. She would have did it for him.
I think she should have. That's my point. I think she should have.
I don't think it makes or breaks it for me.
You don't think that if she brought out someone crazy that it would have made it that much better? That's what you're telling me?
But then I would be here saying I think we would be shitting on her even more. Or if it wasn't for Jay-Z coming out, that shit would have been fucking trash even more.
I think it's more
I
of a
think that would
statement.
definitely be the fucking argument. Hell yeah. If somebody came out and brought a little bit of the hype, like Jay-Z, they would have been like, if Jay-Z never came out, that shit would have been ass trash.
I don't think Bruno Mars's performance would have. I'm like, because he brought out the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I don't think he should have brought it the Red Hot Chili. I think that was kind of random.
I think it was a big statement piece that she was probably the only artist out of those last 10 that didn't bring anybody up.
Yeah.
And 15 of her classics, bro. Every single one.
But that's why I think, in my opinion, that's why I don't think she stacks up as well as a lot of the other performances.
I think it's going to age well, and I think it stacks up. I mean, I think that's a huge point of my argument, is that like the fact that she did it by herself, like that really stands out.
Who do you think is going to be next, and who do you want to be next? That's two different things.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they got like a Taylor Swift.
I feel the white's coming on.
There's rumors of Drake. No,
so I saw some Drake rumors, but they've been saying that for years.
I don't think he'll do it.
I saw Timbaland on Instagram saying like, "Yo, we need to get Kanye out there." I don't know how the world. I don't know how the world feels about that right now.
No chance Kanye does it.
But
listen, here's the weird thing about fucking Kanye. Kanye will go fucking silent. Here we go. Silent for a while.
And then come out.
And then look, people are already defending him. Leave him alone. Let him do his thing. We get it. Leave him alone.
Leave Kanye alone.
But here's the thing, guys. He didn't kill nobody. Like, he didn't.
Oh, God, here we go.
I know, but there's people that have done worse. They've gotten away with it in society.
All R. Kelly did was pee on some people.
That's all he did.
I'm kidding. I do not defend R. Kelly. I don't play his music.
He should be under the jail. That is a joke. But I don't think Kanye is going to be doing it anytime soon.
No way.
If it was to be an R&B artist, I think it should be Usher.
Oh, Usher would
awesome.
be amazing, especially after his Vegas residency. That show's like amazing. Fuck, Usher would be so good.
He just renewed for 15 more shows.
Wow, I need to go to that show.
Yeah, that would be one to go.
I want to go.
But I know the DJ takes on Vegas. We'll hit up Angie V.
We'll
be out there.
The budget for that.
I don't want to see Jay-Z up there.
I don't either.
I don't think it'll be good.
If he did it, he would bring out everyone.
Yeah,
it would be that kind of thing. I'm trying to think of like another pop rock maybe act that could live up to something.
I don't care for Justin Bieber.
No, not Justin Bieber. Fucking, I don't even know. Get Far East Movement out there.
The fuck up.
What's that song they have? Not like a G6. Rocketeer. Oh, Rocketeer's a banger.
Is it their song?
Yes, it's let me get that shit on.
Featured on it.
No. Let me get that shit on.
You know what was horrible? The Black Eyed Peas was horrible. You guys remember that?
Yeah,
No.
that's actually really unfortunate because
Oh, I do remember that.
I
actually.
do remember. Yeah, dude.
That was
what year
crazy.
was that?
That was crazy.
This song's fire. There's a world out there.
That's 08, right?
Weak. Something like that, bro. This was my Hot Topic era.
It's definitely 08.
Black Eyed
This is
Peas
my
was
hot topic.
2011.
I was in Toronto when that came out.
Who else would be?
I don't know.
I think a Chris Brown one will be fucking.
That's not fucking happening.
That's what I would say, but
That's not fucking happening.
But here's my thing with Chris Brown. I think you guys need to lay off the fuck Chris Brown shit. You guys need to relax with that shit. The dude was 17 years old.
No, he wasn't.
He was 17.
No, he wasn't.
How old was he?
He was like 20. He was like 21, 22.
He was a fucking kid. All right. He didn't made a fucking mistake.
He could vote.
All right. Him and he, you know what I'm saying? He made a fucking. Here's my shit. And Chris Brown recently, I know everyone's seen what he's been posting, and he's fucking right. How many fucking white Hollywood stars are still out here making money that fucking have fucking, abuse cases on their asses, and no one talks about them. But what he goes to go do a track with fucking with Chloe Haley, and you guys want to come out and start talking shit, talking about how can you do a track with him? So nobody can get a redemption. Nobody can.
But he has come back. Like he's dropped.
Listen, it's not even just dropping the fucking album. They're keeping him somewhere, and he can't surpass that, and he's never going to surpass that because a fucking mistake that he made when he was younger. You know what I'm saying? Which is fucking bullshit.
I mean,
because
he's highly regarded as number 2, number 3 best male R&B artist of all
but
time.
that it's always going to slump him down. Look what the shit with Michael Jackson, the performance. Like I think that. I think that was that. I think that was two things at once with the whole Michael Jackson case and shit, and then the whole thing with him. Like it's haunting this dude from like pushing forward. You know what I'm saying?
I don't disagree with what you're saying, but I also don't think it's a case of like he hasn't been able to come back and like not have a career. This ruined his career. He's had an amazing, illustrious career.
Every time he does something good, whenever he drops an album or he's dropping something, someone comes with an allegation. Someone comes with something that's relating to abuse that brings him down. Do we want to go back and do the track record?
A couple things though. One is the person he abused is an artist that's as big, if not bigger than him.
We understand that.
Literally
That's
one. That's one. Two, it wasn't that necessarily that was the only thing because his Karuchi shit was weird too. Like he was having a lot of abuse issues or accusations.
Well, that was all hearsay because no one. That was all hearsay.
I'm just saying it's not like
happening. Yeah.
All I'm saying is it's not like it was just this one thing that happened and it never did and it never like happened ever again. Like he's always been. Whether a hothead or whatever the case is, right. So that's my thing.
Okay, so let me put this. Let me put this out. Abuse in any way is bad. I don't condone it. Mm-hmm. I don't respect it. Here we don't condone it. We don't respect it. We're not being advocates for that. We're not saying he didn't let it go. I feel like he's done his time. I feel like he's made amends with the parties and shit like that. But do we not? And two wrongs don't make a right at all. But we're not perfect. We're humans. Yeah. Did you guys see his documentary about what happened to him? His side of and then when he finally told his side of the story.
So as far as what I understand is, who hit who first? Like I get what you're saying.
Wrong is wrong. I'm not saying
I get what
wrong.
you're saying, but I think just with. His scenario is again the parties involved. Like again, like it's not like honestly, if unfortunately, if the girl that he hit was a nobody
would care after a while.
No one, you know what I mean. He would have been off of this shit, and people were like, "Oh, what happened to what's her face?" Or she would have some weird like Lifetime movie about some bullshit. It's fucking Rihanna.
It's Rihanna. You know I mean? She looked really bad. He fucked up. He shouldn't have did that shit. If there was a situation where she was hitting you first, and anybody, get out of the situation. Get out of the fucking car and run. All right, I think that was a stupid choice at the time, but I feel like, if you do your time, it's been what? It's been so long. Like, they went back out.
It happened when I was in 8th grade.
I was gonna say like 7th or 8th.
They went back out.
2008 or some shit.
They made amends. You know what I'm saying? He's done the same thing. He's done his time. Like, cut this shit out. And my thing is, if you're gonna have this energy for him, you gotta have this energy for everybody else that has a fucking track record.
But that's the issue with all this.
Look at Dana White. Dana White socked his wife. His wife hit him. And if we're going through the Rihanna Chris Brown shit, Rihanna hit him too. That's what he said, right? She didn't come out and deny it. Her camp didn't come out and be like, "Yo, that's not true," right? Did we ever hear that?
No.
We never did. So we can't say that that's not true either, which is still wrong. But why isn't nobody fucking shitting on Dana White? That shit was one day and then we stopped hearing about it.
Yeah.
He fucking cocked back and socked her out. Big dude. That's what I'm talking about. That's those things. And that's what kind of was Ye was talking about too. Was like, yo, you guys will fucking publicly lynch us for shit, but you guys can get away with everything else in life. That's my problem with the Chris Brown shit. Mm-hmm. And that's where his frustration came about. But what are we going to do?
Appreciate you, fingers always. More on the American pop culture, and I know Cammy wanted to talk about the All-Star game, the NBA All-Star game.
Dude, I don't know if anybody watched, but time out. The Boston boys really put on a show, baby.
Hey, it's our year, man.
Hey, we're coming back to the finals.
First time.
It's looking spooky.
Shout out Greggy. Greggy V gave me this stat. First time ever that teammates actual teammates, so on the same team,
Yep.
played on opposite teams and led both those teams in scoring.
Yep.
JB had 35.
fucking horny.
Tatum set all-star game record, 55
All
points.
time.
Those boys are
Set a quarter record,
Spooky.
27 points.
Spooky.
Yo, I mean, I don't want to be a little premature, but big
It's
things
looking
coming
good.
this year. All right?
fuck the Suns.
So 2 performances for the All-Star Game show. Post Malone did 2 songs to kick off right before the game, and he brought out 21 Savage on Rockstar, which was cool. And then the bigger show, in my opinion, which might be one of the grossly under-advertised show,
Yeah, it was.
they did an Afrobeats halftime show, and
Medley.
it was,
That shit was awesome.
fucking amazing. We had Burna Boy, Rema, and Thames come out, and they fucking killed it, bro. I was so surprised.
And I didn't hear about this happening. They weren't promoting it beforehand or anything.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
I saw it on like Facebook, and I was like, "What?"
Like I was just watching. Like I went to go use the bathroom, and I came back and I saw Burna Boy performing. I'm like, hold on, wait, what? And then Rema came out, and I'm like, oh shit! And then
is
Thames
lit.
comes out,
This is lit.
and then Burna Boy circled
Came
back,
back on,
and
yeah.
ended it with Ye
Yeah.
and Last.
Yeah.
But I mean, there is something to say about the fact that they even got booked for that. You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
an all Afrobeats halftime show for the NBA is fucking incredible.
And not for nothing in the NBA, the representation of African Americans and born bred Africans are huge.
I do think the
Yeah.
NBA, as far as American sports entities, is really good about awareness and who their players are. I think Adam Silver does a great job just as a commissioner. So I'm not necessarily so surprised, but it is something to say about where Afrobeats is. We've talked
Yeah.
about this before, and just where it is in pop culture and music. I think it's huge. However, still under advertised.
So I guess, and I was talking to my brother about it too. I guess like it was on like the NBA Instagram, but I was like, yo, Post Malone was on every single fucking commercial for the NBA All-Star Game.
Yeah.
And like there wasn't a single one. So I was like really like you, bro. I was like so surprised when I saw that. I was like, yo, this is fucking awesome. I thought it was great. I thought they crushed it.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I also found it was very interesting. Like, you see some artists when they perform, they don't really sound like how they do on the tracks. All 3 of them sounded,
I know Burna Boy sounds fucking amazing
Yeah.
live.
dude,
Thames,
all 3 of them sounded identical to how their tracks are. I was like, yo, this is really impressive.
I fucking love Thames.
And it wasn't just them on a backtrack. They had a live band. They were doing different renditions of the songs,
Bro, it was
which
cool.
was pretty fucking awesome to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to the African, shout out to the Afrobeat scene, just African music. Period, man. We've always
It's crazy right now.
I mean, I've always said it, be proud of your heritage, be proud of where you come from, because a lot of music that even in Latin music and stuff like that, rhythm and rock and stuff like that, we influence a lot of that coming up. A lot of people don't know that because a lot of things got stolen from us, and bigger names took credit for it. But like things like salsa, merengue, stuff like that, those are all African
House music.
rock music, blues. Those are all babies of African culture. You know what I'm saying? So really be proud of where you come from and show love to these African artists, man, because they're doing their thing right now.
Absolutely. Well
Yep.
said. Thank you so much. Moving on here, what also came out recently, Billboard came out with the best rappers of all time list.
Are we going to keep doing this every single time? Do we have to keep doing this? It's a fucking headache every single fucking time we do these fucking lists.
No, yeah, fuck my segment. No, you're right. No.
It's not fuck your segment. It's just like, all right, go ahead. All right, go ahead.
That's what we do, baby. That's why we're here.
I'm
We
so offended right now.
we gotta be a voice
It's
of the
not.
people.
It's not fuck your segment. It's gonna be fuck Billboard at the end of this. That's all I'm gonna say. Right? Are we gonna agree or disagree?
Let him introduce the segment, and I'll make
Go
my
ahead.
opinions
All
after.
right, go ahead.
I got your back.
I'm just waiting for a sorry.
Sorry for what? It's the fucking truth. We go through this shit every single time as a culture. It's not just us. It's us as a culture. We fucking put these people in the fucking cubicles that don't look like us, that don't know shit about culture, fucking telling us who the fucking top notch motherfuckers are. It's annoying.
Do you have a platform to express your feelings?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, that's the point of the fucking podcast.
All right,
we
go
talk
ahead.
about these things whether we agree with them or not.
Go ahead.
I swear to God, bro.
You've been yelling at me a lot today.
Because you piss me off, and I love you.
Love you too.
Billboard dropped a best rappers of all time list that was a 50-person list. I only want to go over the top 10. We're not going to do the thing where we guess and blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to tell you what the top 10 is, and we're just going to talk about it a little bit. Sorry if that's the most boring thing in the world for me, but we're going to fucking do it.
Shut up. 10 up or 1 down?
10 up.
All right.
At number 10, and this is what started the controversy. So basically what they did online was I think every day dropped 10. Started with 50. And so as I got closer to the top 10, people were like, yo, this person's still left out. Like, it's not looking to, or they would include someone. For example, J. Cole didn't make the top 10. So when they put him on early, people were like, yo, what the fuck?
And let me guess, they didn't give a criteria of this list.
They gave a little bit of a spiel, of why, but, nothing too crazy. They can't write a novel of every single person, 50 rappers. 10, started the controversy off early, Nicki Minaj, who is the highest ranked female on this list. Number 9, Snoop Dogg. Number 8, Drizzy Drake. Number 7, Lil Wayne. Number 6, Notorious B.I.G. Number 5, Eminem. Number 4, Tupac. Number 3, Nas. Number 2, Kendrick Lamar. Number 1, Jay-Z. Initial thoughts?
Now, I don't...
Kanye was number 11.
Okay. I also don't want to be that guy, but it's very interesting to me that, and I'm not trying to take anything away from like B.I.G. or Tupac.
Oh.
But I think
I didn't think you were going to go this way.
I think just from like if we're talking about the greatest of all time, we're talking about longevity and legacy. It's tough for me to see those guys ahead of like at least like Drake, for example, who's been he's been number 1 for almost 2 decades.
Mm-hmm. So you think that a lot of their, let's just call it hype or legacy, just comes from the fact that they were killed at a very young age?
No. I think no. I don't think that at all. I think that dude, they have despite their small catalog, they should both definitely be in the top 10. But I think just
they
from
got cut short with the caliber of work they had.
Exactly.
Short,
but I think to compare it to if we're comparing apples to apples, like Drake, for example, he was able to reach that stardom and hype and everything like that.
Improve more.
And he showed improved more. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. I think his longevity at this point, at this stage, again, he's been doing it for almost 2 decades now.
So you think Drake should be higher? Generally?
I think Drake should probably be higher than both of them.
So Drake's at number 8. Where would you put him if you could rearrange?
Well, Drake don't have a classic album.
I'd probably. That's crazy. I'd probably put him in the top 5.
Okay. Under Lil Wayne or ahead of Lil Wayne? Because right now he's 8, Wayne is 7.
That's hard. I would probably put Drake 5, Wayne 6. I think just above Lil Wayne.
What do you think, Fingers?
Culturally, I think Lil Wayne should definitely be higher.
Yes.
Because, he birthed, I can't say Drake birthed a generation.
Drake birthed a generation?
I can't say that.
I see what you're saying.
As much as Lil Wayne
No,
did.
he has. I think
he has, but it hasn't been as prominent. I think Lil Wayne in the time period... I don't like to sound to do that, but like there's kind of like the golden era of things, right? Yeah. I feel like back then it was harder to do these things to where it is now.
In his artistry.
And his artistry and shit like that. So like I feel like Lil Wayne definitely had a bigger impact. We felt that a lot more and we still feel it today. So I think definitely Lil Wayne should definitely be higher than Drake.
And what exactly is the list again? It's greatest
rappers of all time.
Yeah, bro, that's tough. I think I understand why some people are confused about the Nicki Minaj. I understand the confusion there because also, I mean, yes, she is the greatest. I mean, in my list, I took her very high up because she is the greatest female rapper of all time. But in the grand scheme of things, like she was also like a huge pop artist too.
Same with Drake.
True, but again, I think Drake still has like the rapping ability to.
I think
you think Nicki don't have rapping ability?
No, I think she does. But I'm saying like
speaking of criteria, I think you should definitely apply record sales, apply concerts, apply lyricism, and apply all those things to make you a superstar rapper, right? So that's why I asked you what the criteria was because if it's just lyricism, Drake's not that high.
It's definitely not because. No, it's definitely. I think based on what that top 10 list is, it's definitely a slew of things. I think it's more so what you're explaining.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad at this Nicki placement because I think Nicki could sell at the Garden tomorrow.
Yeah.
For is one. 2, she's the most decorated female rapper of all time.
Yep.
Is she got fucking bars, bro?
Yeah, she can spell.
No,
She
yeah,
can,
no,
like-
bro. There's a reason why I took her on my list. You know,
it is tough to say. It's not necessarily her placement. It's the people she's over for me. She's over Kanye by 1.
Yeah, right.
J. Cole's at 15. Andre 3000's at 12. For example. You see what I'm saying? It's tough.
So it's like if you're not
Kanye's-
taking out so if you're not taking out Nicki out of the top 10,
Who
who
am I
would you
taking
take out? Yeah, that's the point I'm
I
trying
would
to make.
Say top 10 again.
Top 10 is Nicki, Snoop Dogg, Drake, Lil Wayne, Notorious B.I.G., Eminem, Tupac, Nas, Kendrick, Jay-Z. I know my answer. You asked for the list for a reason. I'm going to let you go first.
I'm gonna guess. I know. I think I know who you're gonna take.
And my take is
I'd probably
is
take
gonna
out
be tough.
Snoop.
No.
No, definitely not.
No.
You're gonna take out Nas.
I'm taking out Nas.
Yeah, me too.
I think if this becomes a highlight, I'm going to get absolutely eviscerated by old people, rap fans. I think Nas is one of the most overrated rappers of all time. And this is why. His peak is his first album, is his debut album that came out when? 30 years ago?
I was gonna say like,
And he hasn't topped it since.
He just won a Grammy. What are you talking
Bro,
about?
you Mr. Grammy doesn't fucking matter. What
He
the
just
fuck?
won a Grammy
that
for
doesn't
best
matter.
rap album,
Doesn't matter.
which is what people are kind of saying is arguably like up there with his old shit. What are you talking about?
Name 5 songs.
I can't name. I'm not going to name 5 songs off Illmatic right now either. I'm not going to do that. But
In my opinion, when we look at people, so people who've been doing it about that long, we have Jay-Z, we have Snoop Dogg. Let's just we have 2 people that just off the top of my head, right? He is nowhere close to has had career like theirs as far as longevity, as far as music, as far as production.
That's why I'm weirded out at the placement of Nas, because it's if Kanye's down, if Kanye's at 11 and Nas is up here, okay, so are you guys doing lyricism? Like, I feel like when it got to a certain point when they were like, yo, it's just Nas, I feel like we have to throw him up there.
So you agree?
No, but only because of the placement of Kanye. Only because Kanye to me is the most influential artist of the last 2 decades for me.
Okay.
So if he's not up there, then in my mind I'm thinking the criteria must be more lyricism. But I'm looking at the fucking list and I'm like, he should be up there more. Kanye has some memorable fucking shit.
I would not be mad if Kanye creeped up into the top 10 at all. Again, when the question is who would you take out, Nas is the one because, and I think I'm gonna get so much shit for this.
You definitely are. We got to make this shit a clip, guys.
I'll stand 10 toes on this shit.
I don't disagree with you.
Tell me what I'm not knocking on Nas's ability, and a lot of it has to go with his personality. I don't think he cares for being a superstar or being a fucking arena selling artist or whatever. Yeah. But at the end of the day, when we're doing comparatively speaking stuff, which is what this list is, right? Yeah. And when we're discussing stuff, he just doesn't live up. Like when people do like the LeBron, Jordan, Kobe shit, you have the thing of the rings and the whatever. Nas doesn't. His shit doesn't look like theirs at all.
And I think it's so hard now to compare any hip hop to hip hop right now because it's so.
But look who I'm comparing them. I'm comparing to his contemporaries.
Yeah. It's just comparing hip hop to hip hop right now. It's just there's 2 different totem poles, and I feel like they haven't been this far apart in a long time. You have the littles, like the Lil Uzis, the guys like that, and you have these guys that are still doing it, like the Jay-Z's, the Kanyes, and that gap is so fucking huge. And it's been in the 90s and the 2000s, it wasn't because then you had the T.I.s that was spitting crazies. You had the Lil Waynes that were spitting crazies, keeping up with the Jay-Z's. Now you have these guys that are just straight up, I just want to rock. But yeah, they're not doing too much crazy shit, but they're in hip hop. Yeah. So you have to kind of compare them somehow. So it's just like that. Those like 2 realms are just like so separate.
I think that's what thing again. Yeah. NBA being the comparison when people are like Bill Russell versus Dwight Howard or Shaq. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
but people with the whole LeBron shit, with the points, right?
With Kareem,
Kareem, there was no 3-point
line,
right?
Exactly.
So
there was, but
no, they weren't.
I don't think not in the beginning of his career.
I don't think at the beginning, but through the good portion.
Yeah,
of
so
his career that
I completely understand what you're saying.
So I think these conversations, like I think there should be an all-time conversation always, because we live in this time and we're doing that to hit that note. But there also should be by decades. Decade artists, but like that all time, they have to come out. I mean, it's smart that they don't, because it sparks all these conversations, but they have to have a criteria list so we can understand what the fuck they're talking about.
Right. I also would probably put Biggie over Tupac in that list.
I personally am a Biggie fan over Tupac, so I'm okay with that. But that's just, they're interchangeable.
Biggie wasn't. Tupac wasn't more so lyrically there. He
Culturally,
put so much conviction in his words.
But I think what he stood for and his messaging was amazing. Biggie, I think, just as far as rapping ability is gold tier. Yeah. I think if he didn't, wasn't murdered, I think he would take in a very busy, like I think he was all about money at the end of the day. So I think he would have rapped like 2 more albums and then like a Diddy, Jay-Z, like mogul type shit. He's definitely one of the big artists in my lifetime. I'm just like, I really wish he wasn't
so
killed
Fingers,
so early.
who would you take off that list to put Kanye in?
To book, I would
say
move
Nas.
Nicki down.
So that's,
and I would bring him up.
That's what if I was my two options, I guess, would be either take out Nas or
I probably would move Snoop,
which was why I was like,
I probably would move Snoop under Nicki.
Dude, Snoop is a fucking legend. Snoop, at this point, he's literally coming out with a children's show. He can do anything he's fucking
not rapping
wants.
Anymore. I feel like that's a big slight when you say greatest rappers of all time. There has to be something that's there. So there has to be some numbers.
How is Snoop not still rapping?
Because these people that are doing all these things as well are still putting out #1 albums. That's what I'm talking about. So if you're not putting out #1 albums, you're just fucking doing storybooks and cooking with fucking Martha Stewart. That takes off some fucking points, because you're not. It's greatest rapper, not rapper, artist, philanthropist. This is not. It's rapper.
I don't
So
think
you're
anyone
gonna move down Tupac and Biggie below Drake?
I don't
with that argument.
No. Well, I see what you're saying.
I think those are staples that are always gonna fucking be up there no matter what.
I don't think anyone.
I feel like that would never be removed.
I don't think there's any type of place to question Snoop Dogg's rapping ability.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, if we're gonna keep moving these people forward like Drake and all this stuff like that, then you can't move a Drake. You can't move a Drake in front of Snoop. Then you can't do that, because Snoop is doing is more iconic than Drake.
Well, Drake is above Snoop on that list.
That's what I'm talking about. So that's where my mind is at. It's like, we don't know the criteria of these fucking lists.
As always.
It's a little bit.
I have a question.
Yep.
So the thing that I was kind of questioning was the Kendrick and Eminem placements. So we have Kendrick at #2, and he's very respected, in the rap game, and Eminem at 5. Okay. My question to you is, what does Kendrick do better than Eminem?
Albums.
No.
He does better albums than Eminem.
Based on what?
Based on his
doesn't Eminem have the record for like most album sales by a rapper of all time?
Yeah, because he's white.
So he doesn't do that better. I'm
talking about a flow of an album. Kendrick has done that better than him.
Okay,
he has more classic, more cohesiveness, more swag than him. There's more theatrics. There's more
messages.
There's more messaging. There's more.
I would argue
artistry. There's more artistry than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did Eminem do? He said some salacious shit that rhymed.
No.
The fuck are we talking about?
No.
You talking about somebody
his storytelling is almost
okay, cool, that's fine. I didn't say that. I'm just saying he has that in the office. That's why he's up there. But if you want to compare to a Kendrick, I think Kendrick is going to, when it's all said and done, is surpassing him by 10.
I don't mind the Kendrick placement, to be honest with you.
It's not so much his play, but I think when we talk about technical ability, I think they're very similar. I think obviously them being 2 completely different people in more ways than one is going to affect, to your point, the cohesiveness of storytelling. I didn't think about that actually, but I agree with you.
Yeah, me too.
But they're 2 rappers that, again, if I had to make a battle rap team, I would want on my team really badly.
Yeah.
But given honestly, I feel like a lot of people forget the kind of accolades that Eminem actually has, and the kind of like records he has, and so when I saw those placements, I started asking myself, and actually my friend Noel, shout out Noel, listener of the show, what is he? Why is he 3 spots higher? Like what has Kendrick actually done that is better than Eminem? I don't think he necessarily can rap better than him. I think you could give either one an edge depending on the situation. I think album sales, we know Eminem has that. He has the Grammys. He did a movie like that was awesome. He has good classic albums. He fell off pretty hard. I'll give you that. Yeah. But we've yet to see how Kendrick kind of ends his musical career.
I feel like Eminem has never been in touch with the culture. I think there's always been a separation within the culture with Eminem. I
think he created a new subset of the culture,
which is white America. I feel like he touched base with white America, but is that culture?
How is it not?
I should know, but it's the question I'm posing to you. Is that? I feel like
could help bridge the gap.
I feel like Eminem. I know he understands hip hop. I know he respects hip hop.
Absolutely.
But we're just talking, the average hip hop listener. Just like, there's a lot of people that be like, yo, I've never driven down the street and bumped to an Eminem album. There's cuts that I've listened to, but, I feel like Kendrick is just more relatable, and it just fits in more in the culture that way. For me,
I think this is a very personal perspective.
Wait. Well, I'm not done yet. That's number one. Number two, you never see fucking Eminem. All right? You can't, it's like when you become a person that you can't touch, or you can't feel that he's always inside. Like you got Kendrick Lamar outside, touching the people in Africa, moving around, like was soaking in it. You know what I'm saying? At his peak. Eminem, he came, dropped album, and then disappeared. Drops album, then disappeared. So there's you can't really relate to an Eminem.
I think to your first point, Fingers, I think maybe the reason why there was a placement for Eminem in that like top 10, top 5 was because he helped bridge the gap to make hip hop top 40. Essentially, he helped bridge the gap to connect the crowds a little bit better.
I also don't think hip hop is exclusive to any race. I think obviously there is the clear importance and community of it, but I think to say.
But we can't ignore that it's not there. It shouldn't be, and that's not what we want it to be. But it's something that it's a reality.
The fact is does Eminem represent black culture just because he's a rapper? No, but I think he represents rap culture in the sense that even though he's a white,
I
rapper.
believe that too. But in the sense, you can represent something and still not feel, and people still not connect with you.
I disagree with that. With that sentiment, because
I feel like you play Kendrick Lamar. When's the last time you play Eminem song in the club?
His peak was way before our.
But still, if he's supposed to be this fucking guy, he should have some cuts that you play in the club. You still play 50 Cent songs in the club. You still play Snoop Dogg songs in the club.
I can play Smack That.
Okay, Smack That. All right, but that's not the lyrical miracle shit that you're talking about that put him on that list.
We're not playing lyrical miracle shit in the club.
Okay, N9, it was lyrical miracle. Listen to N95, whatever those fucking things.
It's also one of his newest records. Like, I don't know, you're comparing apples to oranges.
No, I'm showing you the how you can do the lyrical miracle and still get played in the club. Eminem songs like that, you're not playing that in the club.
But when he was doing that at his peak, he wasn't. It was such a different time. He wasn't. It was. That's not club music. But at the time, I'm sure there was a time you're playing Without Me and some of his other really, really big records at a point, I'm sure, earlier in your career.
I think that was just because it was something that was new that came out. But like I said, if he's in this totem pole of best rapper, right, and we're not connecting with him in real life. If you're not listening to Eminem every day, if you're not at a party playing Eminem, or if you're not
definitely don't listen to Kendrick either.
You know what I'm saying? But like, it's just I feel like, and that's just personal, but I feel like the main consensus of what I've seen and what I've heard, and is that. Eminem was kind of not. He wasn't really like, people can't connect with him like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I feel like the disconnect with Eminem is. That's why people can't really take him that serious as a hip hop rapper. As far as like when it comes to that shit, they always comes into this race shit. But Eminem is a great fucking rapper, great fucking lyricist. I'm not taking that away from him. I grew up listening to Eminem. I love this album up and down. But me, my palette is different. I listen to a lot of different things, and I can respect where he's coming from with his artistry.
Mm-hmm. With that being said, I mean, what's to say about his duality in music too, with Slim Shady and Eminem, and the things he was able to do with that? I think that also plays a part into his artistry.
Sure.
Yeah. I think it was very bold at the time. It was what he did, and like he was doing him. You know, there was something we have never seen before. He was very true to himself, and that's what I respect as an artist. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm not trying to shit on Eminem. I'm not trying to discredit him. It's just we can't. It's just a reality of it. Is where I feel like within hip hop, the reason why Kendrick is above Eminem right now on that is because being relatable to and being able to understand.
Sure.
I think I agree with you. I agree with you, and I think the biggest point too was also the cohesiveness of the projects too. I think
that is something I didn't consider too much either.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that. It was something that really kind of shined on me when I was reading this list. Lastly, we're comfortable with Jay-Z's number one.
Yeah,
I think it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I really don't
disagree.
I don't know who else would take number one. When I was going through this, I was like, it's going to be Jay-Z.
You know, even then, like I said, God Did wasn't like, that wasn't his craziest fucking verse, but seeing what he's done in his career and everything he's done for other people, and he's still coming on the track and just captivating a pinch.
He still got it. He can do it whenever. He can do whatever he wants.
It's fucking Jay-Z, bro.
He just doesn't. I mean, you've done it for so long.
He's a businessman.
Yeah. So, I mean, I appreciate the conversation on this. This is the Billboard Best Rappers of All Time list.
And let us know what you think. If I'm bugging with the Eminem shit, if he's bugging with the Nas shit, which he probably is, let us know. Let us know.
What can I do? You know, I'm here trying to find Flo Milli in the top 10. So what do I know?
Where's Glorilla?
Literally.
Yo, a lot of people were pissed that she was on that stage for the.
She's really popping right now.
She shouldn't have been on that stage.
She's charging like $100K club.
She shouldn't have been on that fucking the Grammys 50th anniversary hip hop shit. She shouldn't have been there.
You know who's really popping right now too is Ice Spice. Like all her other
records. All of her records are like hit.
All
you motherfuckers that was hating on her talking she is popping, bro.
She's very popular right now.
Popping, bro.
I'm actually like a little surprised. I'm a little surprised.
All of her records are hitting right now.
Yeah.
And then she don't sound annoying. Like she's flowing on the tracks like nice.
I can't.
He's checking out her ass the whole time.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
But I can't listen to her like leisurely. Like I can't listen.
I haven't.
Club scenario older.
You know, but it's just not. If it's on, I won't cut it off.
But women especially are bumping her shit. Like they know every word to her shit, and I'm like, wow. Like her shit is ringing off. But when she comes to the Boston, I can't fucking wait. Be front row. But anyway, another amazing episode of Another DJ. Thank you so much for everybody for listening. My esteemed co-host, thank you so much for the banter, the arguments, the laughs, and
we're gonna work on our yelling. We're gonna work on our fucking because you have a fucking temper. You have to cut that shit in half.
It's the sexual tension. That's really what it is.
I told you.
That's really all it is. Listen, I get nervous, then I get flustered, then the anxiety happens.
Stop fucking putting the business out there in the fucking world like that, man.
And sometimes I just act out. And maybe I just need someone to put me in my place. Fingers.
Yo, listen, all the guys that want to get rid of his sexual tension, hit him in the DMs. He's ready. He's ready and ready to go all the way.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram at But I Know the DJ. Hit up the YouTube channel, Dope Entertainment. Like the episode, comment, subscribe. Make sure you support us. Continue to support us. Thank you so much for all those who's been supporting us. Make sure you follow us and check us out. Tell your friends about us. And we'll see you guys soon.
Peace.